What is up, everybody? Welcome to the latest edition of the Ringside Podcast and Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast, collaborative show, the Wednesday Night Wrestling Recap. We are your hosts, Jeremy Wallman, Joe Wallman, and a guy that would get his money back from a hooker after the fact. It's Shawn Barber. Shawn, what's up?
How's it going?
Shawnee. The chat line's open for all your comments and questions. We will answer those in real time to get your interactions. And do not forget, if you're a member of the Ringside Chat on Twitter, you have the opportunity to call in as well. Just let us know in the group chat. Shawn will be monitoring that as well. But wait, there's more. Because tonight we have on a former wrestling champion. No, it's not. It's not Roddy Piper. It's not Mr. Perfect. It's not Andre the Giant for 50 seconds. But he's a champion in our hearts, and he's the champion. Well, he actually was OVW media champion. It is our guy, the one and only. And he made me do this in order for him. I don't know what he's doing right now. It looks like he is standing up, and it's Steve Rummage.
Welcome. How's everybody doing? Sorry, I like to make a large entrance.
Yeah, it looked like you were very, very, very intrigued by the intro. Listen, whenever we do these bigger shows, we have to have Steve on here because he's one of the guys we grew up watching wrestling with, and I say grew up, but for the last 20 years.
And I'm in the business. I've been in the business, and just a few things like that. So
I didn't realize we had Chase Nugent on here with us tonight, who, by the way, is the promoter for a new wrestling thing in Indiana that he tried to invite us all to, and I think we all just disregarded the invite. But good luck to him. Let's hop right in here. Appreciate y'all joining us on a Wednesday night. It was revealed today that Triple H said there were going to be a multitude of surprises in the men's Rumble. I think we pretty much know the women's surprises. We'll get into that in a little bit. Surprises, he said this year will be easier to hide due to private airports and private, or as Trez called them, PJs, private jets. So that's pretty cool. I don't want to, other than Brock Lesnar popping up on Pat McAfee and telling everybody he was going to be in it, which we all already knew he'd be in it or assumed it. Hopefully no more surprises will get out.
Well, Ryan Clark didn't help anything today.
No, that was the other day. They just yeah.
Oh, with Seth?
Yeah. I was like, moron.
So you're going to be in it? No, I'm not. Yeah.
How about you coming back? Okay.
Oh yeah. That's right. He led off with, well, with you being in the Rumble this year, and Seth is like, I don't know. But hopefully there's some. We'll get into the surprises though in a little bit. The 2027 Royal Rumble location, the front runner, and this was allegedly leaked to somebody that a trustworthy wrestling source of mine. But apparently it will return to Saudi Arabia in 2027.
Really?
I am not excited about that. First off, not excited about WrestleMania being in the same place 2 years in a row. Equally as unexcited that the Royal Rumble may return back to Saudi. I do. It would make a whole lot of sense for it to not be there this year and be there next year, since they're doing WrestleMania there next year. But I was just telling Joey the other day, we were binge watching Royal Rumbles, and I'm like, man, I wonder where's I miss being at the Rumble. We were at the Rumble last year. We went to the Rumble in 2022, amongst other times. And
2010?
Yeah, 2010.
It's my favorite event. It's my favorite event to go to. That's why I was just telling Charity that today. I was like, I didn't even know that about possibly being there again next year, but I was like, it's the funnest. WrestleMania was a different beast, but the Rumble is probably the overall most fun to be at.
It's so interactive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and plus, I'll say this is a little bit of biasness, and again, I'll talk about this later. We've had some pretty good Royal Rumble experiences as far as the whole, couple of days are, are concerned. So, wasn't too much eventfulness last year other than us being I mean, it was still a great time. But you gotta think, the last time we went in 2022, we get woke up in the middle of the night by Joey. I don't think y'all were there yet, Steve. Y'all came the next day.
Yeah, the next day.
And, just Ric Flair hanging out in the lobby with Eric
I let
Bischoff.
him in the hotel.
You did. You let him in the hotel.
I gained access to the hotel to the Nature Boy.
Nothing can beat 2010, man. That was so awesome.
Yeah.
And we won't even get into the shenanigans, personal shenanigans. I know.
Hey, I didn't lie to y'all.
Yeah, it's fair.
I'm going to marry that. But not just that.
Teresa driving 100 miles. Wait until past the last exit for 100 miles.
It's awesome. It was a great day.
Well, the Dave and Buster's was awesome. Us walking in, them telling us it was going to take 3 hours, and then me slipping us into the VIP section.
We just went and sat down.
Right. Well, and then the girls that were sitting on all of our laps. It was a great time. It was such a great time, and was that our first Royal Rumble that we'd went to?
Yeah, but I want to say
it's mine for sure.
Yeah, it was. Last year's the reason why I think it was one of the best to me is because like the Joe Hendry surprise, into the Rumble.
I would
Jay
say the
winning
Rumble.
The Rumble.
Yeah, I would say the Rumble was probably the best Rumble out of the 3 we've been to, but the surrounding the
man, I don't know. That 2010 one was so freaking good.
So we got soured a little bit last year because we were sitting in the car before watching the Louisville game, and that they lost that game. So we got to take that out of the equation.
So here's a fun fact, and we're going to get into a bunch of fun facts here in a second. The 2010 Rumble, Edge is the winner who spent the least time in the Royal Rumble ever at 7 minutes and 48 seconds. Only took him 7 minutes, 48 seconds to get that dub. Last but not least, TNA has debuted on AMC. A rough first week, which you would assume that, but man, last week was really good. I look forward to seeing it continue to expand. And I think Shawn, you can correct me on this if you want to be fired. But I'm pretty sure that they just renewed their agreement with WWE till 2028.
I don't know, so I'm going to take your word for it.
Okay. All right. A shout out to our fans.
Shawn doesn't know.
Shawn's like Nikki, but
no, two things.
Without being helpful.
Yeah, two
What's
things.
That, Joey?
I said that makes 2 things Shawn doesn't know.
Vagina. Shout out to our fine sponsors at Capco Championship Belts. Look at go to them at Facebook. They will they'll make you some really, really nice replicas of current titles, or give them your ideas, and they will they'll knock them out of the park, man. I've got several things from them. They've done really, really well on all of them. Let's just get into this year's Royal Rumble breakdown. Been watching all the Rumbles this past week. Lots of great ones. Tell us your favorite one in the chat, and we'll tell you ours later on in the show. All right, guys, did a bunch of research yesterday. Here's the fun facts. Only 4 people have won back-to-back Rumbles. Shawn, can you tell me those 4?
I can. I know one, Stone Cold, but
I know I know all 4.
Okay. Well, I know Steve does, because his favorite was the last one to do.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid.
Cody, Hogan, Stone Cold, and Shawn Michaels.
Correct. 3 men. Okay, this is the one I feel like I'm going to stump you all 3 on.
Ooh, okay.
Not all of them are stumpers, but this one is. 3 men have walked out of the Rumble, the heavyweight champion. Who are those 3 men?
Roman, Flair,
Triple H,
and Triple H. Yeah, Roman, Flair, or not Roman. God, it was Roman's title. So Triple H, Flair. This is good. This is a good one.
Triple H and Flair for sure.
Yeah.
I'll just give you a hint. Don't forget, up until 1993, you didn't win a championship match. You could be the heavyweight champion and be in the Royal Rumble.
Hogan.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it was Hogan then. 91.
It was one of the years. I didn't write the years down. I had a lot.
No, it would have been 90, because 91 he wasn't the champion. He fought Slaughter, so it'd been 90. Because okay.
There you go. Sometimes people who have been eliminated can throw you out, and it counts. But me and Joey were just talking about this the other day. I was like, man, that sucks that counts. And then right after he left, he went home. I watched the 96 Rumble, and Vader threw 6 people out, including eventual winner HBK. But Vince exclaimed on the microphone, he's out, so those don't count. But every other year, those have counted. 93
yeah, Sid pulled Hogan out the one year, right?
Hogan pulled Sid out, right? It was Hogan that pulled Sid out.
Hogan pulled Sid. Hogan grabbed a hold of him in 92.
That's when Flair won the title.
Yeah.
90, as I stated earlier, 93 was the first year the winner started receiving title matches guaranteed at Mania. Stone Cold won the 97 Rumble after being eliminated while the refs weren't looking. Bret Hart threw him out. He jumped back in the ring, threw him out. And
it's in the Alamo Dome.
Yep. 2013 was the first year NXT talent were in the Rumble. Bo Dallas was the very first NXT guy in. They've not been there every year since. None of them have ever won a Royal Rumble. Hornswoggle at 4'4" and Giant Gonzalez at 8 feet tall are your shortest and tallest to ever enter the Rumble.
Hold on. The mini bull guy.
4'8", El Torito.
Oh, really? I thought he was shorter than Hornswoggle.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good one.
The more you know. 2 men have won the Rumble at the same time only once. That was 1994, British Bulldog and Bret Hart. Did you know there's been
No, it was Lex Luger and Bret Hart.
That's what I meant. That's what I had.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Bulldog.
Well, him and Bulldog were like teaming up at the time too. That was very odd.
Plus, I guess I just had Bulldog and Bret on mine from something. Yeah. There has been a 20, 30, 40, and 50-man Royal Rumble, even though the greatest Royal Rumble don't count. The very first one was a 20-man. In 2011 was a 40-man. All the rest of them have been 30. 10 people have eliminated themselves. Andre the Giant in 1989 because Jake the Snake threw a snake in the ring. Ahmed Johnson in 1997 because Farouk came out and got him coaxed him out of the ring. Mil Mascaris in 1997. Kane in 1999. Drew Carey in 2001 because of Kane. Mick Foley in 2004. Finley in 2008. MVP in 2010, Matt Hardy in 2018. Said two kind of women have thrown themselves, have eliminated themselves. Santina Marella in 2020 and Carmella in 2021. There have also been a number of
eliminated himself. Pat McAfee eliminated himself.
Not according to the official records, but I know.
You remember he climbed in, he saw Omos standing there and Braun Breaker, and then was like, nope, don't want any part of this, and then hopped over the top rope and back to the desk.
He did, didn't he? Yeah. I do remember that.
Okay. I'm trying to remember where I was at. Never entered or replaced. Macho Man Randy Savage in 1991 was the entrant. He did not have a replacement. Bastion Booger in 94, Skull in 1998, Spike Dudley in 2004, Scotty 2 Hotty in 05, Mysterio in 2023. The others had they were just blank spots there. There had been other time that people did not come out, but they were replaced.
Do you remember the old Jeremy? Do you remember the old Rumbles where? Of course, there was no music or anything. It was like once a Rumble, it felt like it would just be like,
yeah.
And then nobody would come out, and you were just like,
yeah,
all right. And they would never really address it. They would just kind of be like, yeah, all right.
Shawn Michaels was beating the crap out of the Bulldog in the corner.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was like, all right, yeah, I guess we're supposed to just act like that didn't happen. All right, whatever.
The only one.
Curtis Axel is still in the Rumble.
Well, it's funny you say that because the next fun fact is there are 2 men that have never been eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Well, I don't know because Curtis Axel was eliminated the next year, but in their respective Royal Rumbles, Curtis Axel in 2015 and Hornswoggle in 2008 were never eliminated. Hornswoggle rode out from underneath the bottom rope and ran off into the sunset.
He got counted out in the Rumble.
There have been 5 times that women have been in the men's Rumble. Can you all? This is the last stumper.
Yeah.
Jackson won.
Beth
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
That was ours.
Yeah.
Kong? No, she was in the
China.
Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, China was in there.
Kong was in there.
There's 3.
Karma in 2012.
Karma. Oh yeah.
Nia Jackson 2019 became the first person to be in both Rumbles the same day.
Yeah.
You just said Carmella eliminated herself, right? Or was that in the women's match?
In the women's.
Hold on. So who do we have confirmed of the 3? Nia, Beth Phoenix, Karma,
and China.
In China, so 4.
So we're missing 1.
Yes.
But
it was China again. She had competed in back-to-back years.
Oh, okay.
Our favorite state have hosted 7 Rumbles in Florida: 90, 91, 95, 06, 16, 21, and 24. And 9 superstars have won their Royal Rumble debut. Something for y'all to think about when we make our predictions here in a little bit. Got the chat line over here. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got a lot of people commenting. Shelby Green says Braun Strowman he could see. Braun Strowman's in the hospital, so unfortunately I do not think he will be a surprise entrant. Evening fellas, Robert Holt says Shelby's favorite Rumble match is 1992. Our guy, the Don. Let's go. Royal Rumble guys. Hopefully it's a good one. I hope it is too, man. It really is the most fun time of the year because you don't know who you're going to see show up. You don't, and we're going to talk about that too. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I foresee it. I'm going to put it into the universe. Let's get right into it. Surprises. Shawn, we'll let you go first on that. Who do you think some of the surprises we will see? Obviously, Obafemi and Roman Reigns and now Brock Lesnar are not surprises. Give us a couple of your surprise guys.
I think you might see maybe Mike Santana show up, the TNA champion.
Okay.
Obviously, Chris Jericho's one. I mean, come on, it's almost not even a surprise now. I'm trying to think of other.
Okay, I think you've said enough. You've stolen half of mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Leon Slater over Mike Santana. I think they've been giving him a lot of clock on TV. And then I think out of all of them that's not been said yet, I think for WWE purposes, we have to call this gentleman Power Wash Hibbs. Not Powerhouse Hobbs. It's Power Wash Hibbs.
Was it Royce Keys, right? Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
The Powerhouse Royce Keys, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe they call it probably, WWE, he'll be called the Power Royce Keys. What about you, Steve? Do you have any surprises you think we'll see?
I mean, obviously, I was going to say Hobbs and Jericho, I think are 2. I mean, I'll go from the angle of like NXT. I mean, of course, maybe in TNA, I could see Dolph, maybe kind of being a guy that especially if you bring in Jericho back, if that ends up, I mean, and I will say it's still a surprise if Jericho comes in though, because I mean, we don't know. They may not debut him at Rumble. I mean,
how many times have we been thinking that 30th guy was somebody we were really excited about, and they brought him in on Raw the next day, and we all left pissed off at the Rumble because the guy that never was announced didn't win the Rumble.
So I mean, I could see. I mean, to me, that'd still be a good surprise with him. But yeah, I mean, I would think like maybe Dolph. I kind of get a feeling that Tony D'Angelo. I mean, that's not really a surprise, but I was just they've been kind of trying to really feature him on NXT, so I was like, that could be one too.
Joey, do you think we see any AAA or TNA guys in there other than the TNA guys that we mentioned?
Well, of course, I think there'll be one AAA guy, and it'll probably be the one that you absolutely hate the most.
The iguana turd.
Mr. Iguana.
Yeah.
And from TNA, I think we're leaving off of, obviously Dolph, but what about a Matt or Jeff Hardy entry?
Yeah, absolutely.
I could see one of those guys and possibly even a Moose. I mean, they just did an angle where he got kicked out. You never know there. And one of my favorite wrestlers, I think, will return from injury.
Okay.
Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Massive Pop.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, what they did Wing Pong, the First or Feast or whatever it's called. Go on YouTube, look for Judgment Day Wing Pong, and all that stuff they do with that little network there. I don't know what it's called. The Hot Ones, that's what it is. Hot Ones.
Yeah.
They did one with CM Punk and AJ Lee the other day. It was phenomenal. They've done them with Dominic and Liv, Beth. I'm about to say Beth and Seth and Becky. They've all been really, really good. Speaking of Jericho,
are we just talking about men's? Or are we gonna give any women's surprise?
We're in the men's section, so
okay.
we're doing just
okay. Well, I don't have the shot sheet in front of me, so I don't know.
Speaking of Jericho,
what kind of operation we running over here?
Speaking of Jericho, how would you debut Jericho? When do we even see him, Steve?
I mean, I would do for him. I would do 30. I just think, or 1. I mean, I wouldn't bring him out like just right in the middle, and not that he's like. I mean, Jericho. Like, let me be clear. I mean, he's. It's not like, oh, you're doing that because he's gonna win it type thing, but it's still that. So, like, if he was gonna like legit win it. Maybe you could bring him out whenever, but I think you do it kind of for the pop, which would be 1 or 30. Yeah, it's a moment. And I mean, and he'll still, I think he's still got a good run in him. I just think AEW dried him up, quite a bit. But I mean, I think he'll be phenomenal and he'll have a nice run in him, but I mean, he's not going to win. So I would do it for the moment. And I think you get that at 1 or 30. Unless you get a break in the middle. I mean, I don't want to take everybody's answers, but you guys know how the Rumble sometimes you end up with one guy.
Every position on.
Yeah. 1 through 30 probably. I would just bring him in.
You definitely do number 30.
I think 30.
You've changed my mind. I thought 32, but what better way to start the Royal Rumble than all the lights being off and the jacket lights up?
He's done it before.
The countdown hits the screen. You can't do that.
It was him and Dolph. It
was him and Dolph,
and number 2 was Jericho. But I think you bring him in at 30. You let the anticipation build throughout the whole match, and then kind of like what you said earlier, it hits 0, and then you let it just sit for 5-10 seconds, and then the countdown comes on.
I'll tell you another cool way you could do it. You see you start the Rumble clock off at 20 seconds instead of 10, and people are like, why is it starting off at 20? And then once it gets to the 10, it transitions from the regular timer to Jericho's timer.
It'd be great.
Bing.
I think that would be awesome. Shawn, you definitely think we see him at the...
When's it ever done that?
No, that's how all these wrestling people would be there. They'd be like, bing.
And ding.
Shawn. Hold on, Shawn. Bing.
Bing. Bang. It's Chris Jericho.
Oh, God. 15. I'm going to go 15.
You think that's oh.
What?
4.
I'm 17. I don't know. It's just like, okay.
1.5 if it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Don't use one of these, Jerry.
Yeah. Don't outthink the room there, Shawn. Like you can say 30.
Said 1, I'll go in the middle.
Shawn was like, shit, I guess I don't know.
Robert Holt says maybe Joe Hendry, but I don't think that's a surprise at this point. He's in NXT.
No.
I'd actually be disappointed if he wasn't in it.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that wouldn't really be. I mean, even like when I said Tony D'Angelo or somebody like that, it's not really a surprise. It's more of just like, oh, okay, it's something because you kind of. It always feels like they're kind of seeing if those guys how they can handle it. They throw a lot of guys in that sometimes that are like not the guys that are next to be called up, but it feels like they're like, go ahead, see how you do. Keith Lee.
I miss Keith Lee. I really do.
Hey, Keith Lee's out of contract with AEW now.
No, he's still got 8 years of injury time left on his contract. They're never letting him go. The Don says Jericho possibly Monday Night Raw, knowing WWE because they don't give us what we want when we want it. Very fair.
It could be
very fair. The winner of the men's side, really only a handful of viable choices. Obviously, anybody could win it, but I think when you're talking about the upper echelon, it has to be Braun Breaker. It has to be Jacob Fatu. It's got to be Gunther. I know a lot of people weren't thinking Gunther because he has a match, but back in the day, you could pull double duty.
Well, he said he's going to.
Did he already say it?
Well, didn't he mention it in the promo? Wasn't he like, I'm going to be in the Rumble, so what benefit do I have of fighting you? And
I was probably asleep at that point.
I don't know. The way he worded it was almost like, I'm in the Rumble, but like, so why would I fight you also? I'll only do that if you put your career on the line. But I don't know. I mean, it sounded like he worded it that way.
He 1000% said that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
unfortunately for Steve, I think Cody's in that 5 that could win it, and the long shot of the for sure Obafemi. I think he could be one of the first time entrant / winners of the Royal Rumble. Joey, who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble?
It's the Tribal Chief, the original
Sabu.
The only well, if I do this, nobody can see it, so I got to do it like that so you can see. It's Roman Reigns. To me, it's no brainer. It's going to be Roman. I don't see any other way than Roman winning it.
So for me, and I'm going to dissect this a little bit. For me, when you go to predict the Royal Rumble winner, you've got to fit them into the main event. Who's feuding with CM Punk right now? Who's feuding with Drew McIntyre? Well, Gunther and Punk have crossed paths. Cody and Drew have crossed paths. Fatu and Cody have crossed paths. Braun and CM Punk have crossed paths. Oba and Cody have crossed paths. Roman's not really crossed paths with either. It would just be too short of a build for WrestleMania. In my head, that's why I didn't. Normally, I'm Roman Reigns all the time. But
there's already a built-in storyline with him and Punk. There's already a built-in storyline with him and Cody. There's if Braun Breaker has a title, there's a built-in storyline with him and the Vision. There's a built-in storyline of Seth Rollins comes back at Chamber and wins the title, and it's Seth Rollins is the champion. Like, he has a built-in storyline with Drew McIntyre, like, already. Like, Roman already has all these storylines that are already there. They just, if he wins, then they just pick up where they left off.
Yeah, I just personally don't think that Roman will win, but that is a good pick. Steve, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, Roman, a month and a half ago, I would have said Roman, hands down. Roman's going to win. He's going to go fight Cody for the title, and that's going to be what it is. I still kind of think Roman's going to win, but the doubt for me now is what you're saying, Jeremy. Is it's like, okay, well, how are they going to move him in there? However, let me flip that one around a little bit and say, if he's not in the title match, I really don't know what they're going to do at that point with him. So that's why I'm like, maybe to what Joey's saying, maybe they just say, hey, there's pre-written storylines here, and I think it's going to go back to that Survivor Series thing where he was looking at Punk's title, and that may be what it ends up being, is Punk, Roman. You get this big match so if I had to pick, I think Roman will be it. With that being said, it'll probably just be Cody coming out at number 1 and throwing people out one by one until they get to 30. And
I just
and I'll just sit there angry the whole time.
They're punching himself in his meat the entire time.
Yeah, just furious the whole way.
If you put a gun to my head right now and told me to predict the 2 heavyweight title matches, I'm going CM Punk and Braun Breaker, and then I'm going Drew, Cody, Jacob Fatu triple threat for the other title. So that would mean that either Jacob Fatu or Braun would have to win it for either of those two come to fruition. Shawn, do you have
the Elimination Chamber, like whoever if whoever wins the Rumble picks the Raw time. I mean, like that'll kind of so you. Even though I say Roman wins the Rumble, that doesn't mean that like Cody doesn't win Chamber to challenge Drew.
Oh, he will if he don't win the Rumble.
I'm just saying. So like that caveat got introduced a couple years ago to where now Elimination Chambers like Royal Rumble Part 2.
Well, Triple H said it again. Triple H said it on McAfee's show today. He like confirmed that the Chamber this year. He said, whoever wins the Rumbles, he said it's not over yet because he says kind of like the playoffs. He said whoever wins the 2 Chamber matches this year will go on to WrestleMania as well. So
Shelby Green says, what about Karrion Kross being a surprise? I can see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love it too.
Will a McMahon enter either Rumble? No, Robert, no. They won't. Shawn, do you have any dumbass thing to add to this?
I just think it might be Oba because they have been building Oba up, and they had him wrestle Cody and help Cody. I just think that's a possibility. That'd be a shocker. You'll get everybody talking, and let's be honest, he's ready. You only have
would it be a shocker? Like the most dominant guy they presented on TV, even more dominant than Gunther in the last 20 years?
Yeah, because we haven't had like a real first-time winner in a little while.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
that's why it was going to be the perfect time.
Yeah,
and him and Drew have already had a face-to-face and put hands on each other.
You know what? Another good surprise. I mean, it would be, but it won't. But Omos has been visible again, like in AAA. Now,
so
what I would like
AAA
to see,
entrant.
Well, what I would like to see is him enter, and then him and Oba have a face-to-face. You want to really like get Oba over, like have him throw Omos out. That's a good one.
Absolutely. Shelby said the same thing that I was thinking earlier. Oba probably will eliminate Brock.
Have him eliminate most of the beasts.
I think Gunther's going to eliminate Brock
to set up the Mania match.
Yeah, I think he beats AJ, then he'll eliminate Brock, and it's what they'll do is look, not to get too far down the line.
No, you're good. You're good.
I think everybody will think, oh, okay, now he's going to go retire Brock, and then Brock will beat him at WrestleMania. Kind of set, and it'll be like, whoa, like because you know how Brock does those. Yeah.
The Don says Braun Breaker and Liz Morgan will win the Royal Rumble.
Good old Liz Morgan.
Good old Liz Morgan.
Got on 22nd and Bank.
So, gun to your head, John. Who you're picking Oba to win the Rumble? Or no?
Who I think will actually win?
Yeah, who do you think's going to win?
Gunther. Yeah.
And how would
at number 15?
At number 9.5, Gunther comes out. Any special way you'd have him win? Who would you have him eliminate to win? What kind of scenario would you put in there?
Actually, I'd have him eliminate Brock as the last one.
Okay. Very creative. Joey?
Should have thought of that.
Who I think will? I've already said.
Who do you think's going to win, and how do you achieve that? If you're writing the books, how do you have that occur on TV?
Well, Roman, I believe Roman wins, and I think it comes down to so Sammy's got his title shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
When's his title shot?
He's fighting
at Rumble.
At Rumble.
So I think he enters again, and it gets down to him and Roman, and of course everybody's going crazy because he's sort of the home area guy over there with his heritage. They go crazy for him over there, but I think Roman ultimately eliminates Sami Zayn to win.
Okay. I don't think they care about Sami enough to give him 2 spotlights, but Shelby says...
I think by giving him what they gave shows that they care about Sami a lot, which, okay.
I know, fine.
Mid. MJF always said mid.
Mid. Shelby Green says, who do I think will win the Rumble? Roman. Who do I want? I would bet my home that Roman Reigns does not win the Royal Rumble. There's just for me, I can't connect the dots for him to be in either of the matches. It's not like he's Cody Rhodes and can just book himself into the match.
Right.
For me, I'd have Braun Breaker win the Rumble. And the way I would have it is I would have the Vision help him eliminate. I would have the very first ever true faction elimination. Just get them all four in there and then them just dump people out left and right. And then Braun wins that way. No dissension. No, just hey, guy, help me get everybody out. And then he wins it. Long shot. Oh, wait a minute, Steve. I'm sorry. What was yours?
Real quick before you go. So with what you were saying, what if what Ryan Clark was saying is true? What if, so with your scenario, they're helping Braun throw everybody out, then Seth does enter and he clears out the Vision because, of course, they beat him down.
Well, that would make sense. But as he's getting the other three guys out, then Braun comes up from behind and dumps him over the top. Classic heel move. He's focused on the other three guys. Braun sneaks up and murks him when he's not looking.
Murk.
Yeah. I mean, Seth. It is funny. None of us even kind of picked him, but he could be one. But you know what I think? I think it's going to come down to Cody and Roman. Since they're not doing that title match, I do wonder if it comes down to them and Roman gets one up on him. And Roman wins, and then you get to kind of set up, that's just another wrinkle to their feud, because God knows they're gonna make me eat that feud until I vomit. So, I agree with you, Jeremy, on this. I don't know if they'll win, but I think it should be Braun or Fatu. Like, they should be the winner.
That wasn't the question, though.
15. I don't know.
No, I mean, I agree with y'all, too. Like, I would rather see somebody new win. But I just don't think that's the way it's going to go. Who do I think is going to win versus who I want to win is different. I would love to see Braun Breaker. I mean, I'd love to see Obafemi win it or Joe Hendry.
Sure.
Like, Randy Orton's in it. I'd like to see it's my favorite wrestler ever. I would love to see Randy Orton win it. But who do I think? But I think Cody and Roman are the two that wins in no particular order. Rumble and Chamber. Cody and Roman.
I kind of with you.
Then Roman wins the Chamber. If Roman wins the Rumble, then Cody wins the Chamber.
And for me, it's Braun wins the Rumble, Fatu wins the Chamber.
And Cody
wins.
Very happy with it.
Jacob Fatu will find his way into that match. So either he'll win the Chamber, in my world, or Cody will win the Chamber, and then he'll worm his way into it by beating up both people.
I mean,
they've already kind of played to that this past Friday on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And him and Braun are, they're right there. Like, that's why I think, man, this would just be such a great spot for them to kind of go over on that. I mean, and last year they did it, and again, we can get into that. I mean, I love Jey Uso as much as anybody. I thought that it was a little wasted just because it was like, okay, well, it's kind of for the moment, and then it kind of turned out to just be for the moment, and then he was like,
the moment
the moment at Mania, that's what I'm talking about. I meant it was for that moment, and then it was like
they probably had more in line for him, but like I think he probably screwed it up.
Yeah, I just don't know. He's a champion. Fatu and Breaker, though.
Oh,
they are. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they have more than it, not just a.
And I love Jay. I love Jay. Yeah. That's not anti-Jay talk. I mean, he's great. He's not a heavyweight champion, but those two are mega stars. The best part of a
Jey Uso match is the entrance.
Sure.
Well, I would like to see them do Jacob Fatu like they've done Braun. They built Braun. Our biggest, mine and Steve and Joey's biggest gripes throughout the years have been they try to bring somebody new and hot in and hot shot them to the top and don't give them any kind of background. Braun's already been multi-time Intercontinental Champion. I don't recall if he was a tag champion within the Vision or not. I don't know.
Yeah,
but they definitely have built him up just a little bit. long shot winners. And I'm gonna preface this one with this. There's a guy in NXT that I think is main roster ready, has been for quite a while. One of the most professionals in the business. Yes, Shelby, I expect to see LA Knight in the Rumble. And he's been him and his tag team partner in NXT both have been ready to make it up to the main roster. I'm speaking of none other than Ethan Page. He is good, man. His interactions with The Rock on NXT have been home run hits. He's actually a good wrestler. He's not like a lot of the other guys that can talk but they can't walk the walk. Him and Ricky Saints both have been really, really pleasant surprises for me in NXT. I would love to see actually Saints in the Rumble too, but I think Ethan Page is a guy who I would love to not only. Again, I know there's no chance it's going to happen. I would love for him to win the Rumble and that be his ticket to the main roster. There's just nowhere to fit him in with the sensible main events for WrestleMania. Shawn, what about you?
How about LA Knight? LA Knight been off TV for a while. He comes in. I could see actually a scenario where him and Seth comes back and they clear out the Vision. They're because remember, he was taken out by the Vision.
Right. Okay.
So I could see this, and then all of a sudden, boom, he gets it, and nobody expects it. It's out of nowhere.
Okay.
Because everybody's thinking, Oba, because they're building him up like a monster. Braun, Jacob, Randy, even, right?
Right.
A lot of people probably picking Randy because it's Randy Orton. But no, LA Knight comes out, finally gets his moment. Because 15. He has it. Yeah, at number 15, exactly.
Joey?
I mean, to me, Sami Zayn's always like a dark horse because they just for some reason love him.
Matt Riddle.
Like, I don't mind Sami Zayn when he's fighting the Intercontinental or U.S. title.
He's a great mid-carder. He's a great mid-carder.
Yeah.
When they've got him in the heavyweight title picture, like, it just doesn't make sense. For me, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed are two of them.
That was my answer. Logan Paul. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like either one of those guys, like even Austin Theory, like any of those three. Because I think Austin Theory is a star just waiting to be made. He has been. He just not been booked the right way. I think they've got him booked right now. Just like, I'm just all business. Like I'm ready to just take what's mine and just grab it, hey, giggity. But I think any of those three guys would be amazing to see them win.
Javon Evans. What about Javon? Get bouncy.
Well, that's kind of the same thing you said. Like I would be okay with it, but like with Ethan Page, like where do you put him? Who are you gonna you're gonna have him fight Drew? You're gonna have him fight CM Punk? I mean, you could have him fight CM Punk for the title, but like.
Yeah, really, Oba's the only one that makes sense to be a out of the blue like that.
You could build something with him in 2.5 months.
Yeah,
because he's such a monster.
And I don't think he'll win. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he'll win, but I mean, he would make sense. But Logan Paul was kind of where I was going, just because you're in Saudi Arabia. He is massive over there.
Well, him and Roman had a classic in Saudi Arabia.
And you could put him. I mean, I could see him.
You put him against anybody, anytime.
Well, and you've had Paul Heyman kind of like. Is he with Braun? Is he he almost takes up for Logan a little much, like I could see a thing there where that happened. I don't think that will happen, but I mean, but that's what a long shot is. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
They could have happened, but it could. So yeah.
I can't remember the last time that there was a wrestler that entered the WWE that I disliked as much that I've changed my mind about as much as I have Logan Paul. Just all the behind the scenes stuff I've seen. I've watched a bunch of documentaries from, I don't know if y'all have watched the one about the card Ken Golden. There's a Netflix special, and him and Logan Paul open a bunch of very, very expensive cards on the cameras, and they've interacted. His Impulsive podcast has been really fun to watch.
Great,
that's really what changed my mind about it. His brand Prime is bottled here in Louisville. Like, how could you hate a Louisville legend like Logan Paul?
I know, right?
Well, and the other thing is, I think I know last year he was in the final 3. I believe the second year that Cody won, or hold on, what year was it that him and Ricochet had the spot in the middle? Where they jumped in and they collided in the middle.
It was Cody's first year.
He was in the final 3 that year, so he's been close.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
you
believe
could look
he's
at
been
that.
in the final 3 back-to-back years now.
Yeah.
Then that would probably be 3 out of 4 years or whatever. He's been close. So, if he were to win, it wouldn't be a total shock to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to the women because 3 out of the 4 of us prefer our women. Not gonna tell you
shucks.
Let's start off with surprises. I really feel like there's only one. There's going to be multiple surprises, but you know what? I said let's start with surprises. Let's start with the winner. For me, there's only one person that you could fit in like a puzzle piece, and it would also be a surprise return, and that's Bianca Belair. She wins the Rumble. She faces Jade. She takes her title at WrestleMania. I don't even have I don't have a second or a third. I think that it's so clear that Bianca is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble that I probably will not even watch that match. Surprises, and I'll get to you all. I'll ask you both. Ask you all 3 of you the same thing. For me, I think Tiffany Stratton, Bianca Belair, they'll be surprise entrants. I could see somebody like Izzy Dame from NXT. She's a star in the making. Azaria, Sol Ruka, any of those girls could be in there. Andre Goatley in the building. What's up, Andre? Brock Lesnar? Well, yeah, he confirmed today that he was in the Rumble, so that's not going to be thank you, Brock, for ruining it for the rest of us. Steve, who do you think is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble, and then who do you think some surprises could be other than the ones I mentioned?
It was awesome, too. He was like, you still doing that stupid podcast?
He's like, yeah, it's a show now.
He's like, actually, yeah, we're on right now. It's a TV show. But I'm with you, Jeremy. I think Bianca Belair is like a far and away favorite. I think I will say though, I think Liv Morgan's not like terribly far behind her, but I would still pick Bianca. But I could see Liv winning that. I'm trying to think surprises. The only one that would be like, because obviously, Tiffany Stratton and the ones you mentioned, but the only one that would kind of be like really intriguing to me is Cora Jade.
Oh,
like that would be interesting. Yeah, because like she really, really went hard on them, and then I read an article like it was today or yesterday. She was like she almost didn't sign with TNA because they were WWE affiliated. And I was like, that would be kind of that would be interesting.
It would be interesting.
Yeah.
And nobody knows more about TNA than Cora Jade. I'm sorry, Elena Scott. She's got plenty of Andre thinks that Brock Lesnar is going to win the entire Rumble. So
he might win the Women's Rumble too.
Or is Jericho winner? It says Brock Lesnar winner, Jericho.
Oh, okay. Well, he could be saying Brock Lesnar was his surprise, Jericho's his winner.
Right. Jericho's coming in 15 in the Women's Rumble.
Robert Holt says he thinks Sol Ruka could be a surprise.
Absolutely.
Could win, but rooting for Vicaire. Vicaire is the champion, so she will not be in the Royal Rumble. That was that Andre again? I'm not really sure. Joey?
So, yeah, I think Bianca is the heavy odds-on favorite. But I do think Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, they're probably in the next level down of people, and Becky Lynch. But as far as surprises, I'd like to see AJ Lee come out. I feel like she probably will. But I think the one that blows the roof off is when you hear the screech and Paige comes out.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
And she's been spotted training. She's, since her contract with AEW is up, she's told people, basically refer to me as Paige. She wants to go back to WWE. She wants to be Paige again. I think this is when you do it. And if she does return, I can see her winning. I can see Paige winning the Rumble and going on for a title shot at WrestleMania.
Could you imagine Paige versus Stephanie Vicaire at WrestleMania? That'd be a good one there.
Be pretty awesome.
Paige versus Jade.
I
mean, they were both in AEW at the same time, correct?
Yeah. Jade, unfortunately, is shown it wasn't a company thing with her. She has the charisma of a sloth. Unfortunately, God, dude.
They said the other night she's had the title for like 75 days and defended it once, or hasn't at all.
Dude, because there's a lot of these wrestlers like we're talking about. I'm like, man, they just went to AEW and kind of really dried up. Like they didn't need their own control. They needed to be told what to do. Right. Like, and they stunk over there. She just,
if
she is not.
If there's anybody that Dusty Rhodes needed to be alive to coach, class, it would be Jade Cargill.
Man,
I love her look.
Same.
Yeah. And her actual in-ring ability has gotten a ton better.
But I thought she would come to WWE, and I was like, oh, man, she's going to go to the moon when she gets to WWE, and she's just kind of the same exact thing.
Man. Give her a manager like they did Brock. Like, just don't even have her talk very often. Just give her a manager. Move her over to Raw and put her in the Vision. Like, that would be perfect. Like,
100%.
That would be another surprise. I just thought about somebody else. A surprise for the Women's Royal Rumble, Blake Monroe.
I had that down there, Doug Nevitt.
Yeah,
she's one that I was afraid was going to follow the same thought process as Jade. Only she's actually doing something with the opportunities that she's given. So,
really she's good.
She's
really good.
Shawn, you've not given your winner or surprises yet, have you?
No.
13.
Bianca Belair is a winner, I think. But surprises, Kendall Gray.
Okay,
I think would be one.
That's horrible.
And I don't know if somebody meant JC Jane.
Okay, that wouldn't be a bad.
Could see that.
I would love to see. I know it's a long shot segue. I'd love to see Britt Baker in the Royal Rumble.
I was just about to say that. Like, I wonder, is she's not under contract anywhere, right? Like,
I don't know. You never know in AEW. You could have somebody over there that's got 8 years left on their contract due to injury, or like they let some of the contracts, like with Hobbs, like he was on Collision last week, and he's free to go to. And then you got other people like Ray Phoenix had to wait 6 months after Penta got here to leave, and they both had the same injury time. So you just never know.
Dark horse for the women's. Lash Legends like an underdog dark horse for the women's Rumble. Like I could see her winning that. Like putting her up against Jade would be pretty cool.
My long shot, I've got Chelsea Green. I think she is she's the next up and comer giggity on the women's side. She's got it all. She's got charisma.
Give her the strap.
Got the look. I remember, I don't know, Shawn, you probably didn't watch anything with females in it back then, but she actually started on Tough Enough. And she had a controversial stay on Tough Enough because I believe she left the show at the end of it because some of the other contestants were accusing her of sleeping around with the wrestlers just to get noticed. But I'd like to see Chelsea Green. Did you give your long shot yet?
No, but that would have been my long shot with Chelsea.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, whatever happened to that Yeti guy on that season? The dude that did the Yeti call. Yeah,
that's Shiloh Hill, ain't it?
Oh, he stunk, dude.
Is that the same guy, Shiloh Hill?
No,
I don't know. What's the other guy? The other guy was the alligator wrangler guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that they had to keep telling him to stop. He was stopping. Going to Burger King.
But the women in that Tough Enough season were legit.
Was that Mandy Rose and
Daria?
Daria. And
I can't remember who else.
It was legit. Yeah,
it was really good. All right, so did everybody give their long shots? Steve, did you get to?
No, I didn't. Man, it's so hard because I think the women's is so predictable is the problem.
So hard.
like it's. I mean, if like I would put like Rhea is like a long shot to me, like you know, which is kind of crazy because it's like she shouldn't be. But I mean, I heard Joey mention her, and I mean, I agree with him. Like, but it's like, yeah, if like I think if anybody won other than Bianca, it would kind of be a long shot. So, I mean, Charlotte would be a long shot, you know, at this point.
I've got like Bianca at 1, and then I don't have anybody else in a slot till about 4 or 5, and I think that's Liv Morgan. I think y'all hit that right on the head. Favorite Royal Rumbles. So I'm gonna ask you all for 2, personal and just your favorite one to watch. For me, my favorite Royal Rumble was the 1992 one where Ric Flair came out and just completely dominated one way or the other. It was the first time the title was on the line in the match, and it's one of them that you just never forget. And then 2010, I mean, we talked about it earlier. Time of my life, personally. We get to the Royal Rumble, and we think we're in. I believe I paid $1,600 for 5th row seats to the Royal Rumble, and we walked down in our seats, and we were sitting front row next to Chili from TLC, who wouldn't quit stroking my leg. And it was pretty awesome. If you watched the 2010 Royal Rumble, if you knew where we were sitting, we were on the TV the entire night. And
Timekeeper, right?
It was very it was very easy to see because there was some dude in a white shirt with gray plaid on it that was about 800 pounds at the time, that it made it easy for you to be able to find all 4 of us. It was me.
I was in an Incredible Hulk shirt.
I had a U of L jacket on is what I was wearing.
Yeah, you did.
Zip up.
Swole.
It was loaded too. That Rumble was loaded, man.
That's the one where Punk went through a whole bunch of people and they kept getting back on the microphone, and then Beth Phoenix eliminated Khali.
Oh yeah.
There was the
Shawn Michaels got eliminated at the end where that was
it was great.
I have no other way to WrestleMania, blah blah blah. There were a lot of storylines. Edge coming back.
Yeah,
been gone for what, 10 months, 9 months?
The final 5 of that, think about it, was Edge, Jericho, Cena, Batista. Like, it was stacked. Everybody was in that one.
I would venture to say that was the most stacked one, other than the one we went to last year, man. 15 to 30.
I agree.
Exploded.
That's what I was about to say. The last 2 we've went to, well, not the one in St. Louis as much, but that one in 2010 and last year might have been the 2 like most loaded ones.
I mean, heard Michael Cole say, like, it's just, named after last year, like Punk, Rollins, Roman, all these guys just kept coming out back to back to back.
And the women's was like that last year too.
It was awesome.
Starting off with Raquel, and I know, Joe, you're not a big fan of Raquel. I love me some Raquel Rodriguez.
She's getting better. She's actually getting a character that she's buying into.
And then I think the last, help me out with this, Joey. I know Nikki was 30. I want to say Nia was 29. I want to say
Charlotte was 28, right?
Charlotte was 28. Julia was 27. Raquel was 20. It was like bang, 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 just like it was on the men's side too, only with less semen. Maybe.
It's fair.
What about you, Shawn? Your favorite one to watch? You've only been to one, so we won't ask you that question. But what was your favorite Royal Rumble? Have you been to 2?
Yeah, I went to the one St.
Oh, did you go? Yeah. You went to Indianapolis? I couldn't tell by the fact you're wearing. It looks like the Royal Rumble threw up on you before you came into the show.
I was dressing for the party.
Okay, favorite Royal Rumble that you've been to.
That I've been to.
You might have not remembered Shawn in St. Louis. He had 37 masks on.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I was.
Was it 37 or 13?
Well, at least he made it. Sam had fake COVID.
But yeah, last year was my favorite that I watched in person, and then 1997, because that was kind of the Attitude Era where it kind of launched. You had that started the Brett Stone Cold feud throughout that year into the next year. I mean, it was
a good one.
Great. Yeah.
I will say this. I think the match card for St. Louis was exponentially better than but the one in Indianapolis only had 2 matches than the Rumble. You had a bunch of awesome matches in St. Louis. I couldn't tell you any of the I think maybe Legacy had a handicap match versus Sheamus or something.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio fought Taker for the title.
Right.
Yeah, and then it was like Ezekiel Jackson fought Christian for the ECW title. Yeah, it was bad. That's why the Rumble was so loaded, though, because nobody was in any of the other matches. St. Louis was the best card outside of the Rumble. I mean, even last year.
You had Bobby and Brock. You had Seth and was it Seth and Roman?
Yeah, Seth and Roman.
Then you had
Edge and Beth versus Miz and Maurice. Yeah, it was good.
It was loaded.
Yeah, but that KO versus Cody match last year,
that was legit. That was really good.
I will say this: that was probably the best match out of all three of them that we've been to.
Yeah,
that ladder match.
That was legit. That was a Mania main event match.
That was a really, really good match. Yeah,
God, what if KO was healthy and came back at the Rumble?
Oh, I think he'll be. That was one of them that I forgot to say. I think he's.
Oh, what if he comes in right before or after Jericho?
At 14 or 16?
14, yeah.
That'd be great. 14, 15.
Joey, your favorite Royal Rumble overall, and then your favorite one personally.
Favorite one overall is 2020. Brock Lesnar came out as the champion. At number one, went through like 12 dudes. Then who was it? Ricochet was in there, and then Drew came out. Ricochet did the alley-oop, kicked Brock in the groin. Drew comes through.
Claymore
came out. I just thought, and again, that one was loaded. I think was that the same year that Edge came back?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Edge
came back again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the year he came back. And again, it was that one was loaded too. You know, you had the spot where him and Randy were in the ring together. I just thought that was like I can watch that one over and over and still feel the same level of excitement. At the end of it, Seth had his the AOP with him, and then you had Samoa Joe and Aleister Black and some other guys trying to fight him off. You know, you thought, oh well, Seth's going to win this now, blah blah blah, and then they did the try to fool you. Well, Roman's going to win, getting Drew on the outside and then turning the tables. Drew gets him out, wins. And unfortunately for Drew, COVID hit and he didn't get to win the title in front of people. And then my favorite one to be at was like last year's my favorite one. I just thought it just felt different to me. Like, again, the overall match card, like both Rumbles were great. The KO, and realistically, the 2 out of 3 fall tag team match between the Machine Guns and who was it? Was it Gargano and
DIY?
Yeah,
was it?
Was still like it was really good. Like,
I don't know. Tag teams ever do it.
I took a piss.
Yeah, it was still a really good match. It wasn't something you weren't there for that though. You know what I'm saying? You weren't there for that, and quite honestly, that's probably when they're penciling in. On the card in the back, they're like, "Where's the take a piss match?"
That's probably
that's the take a piss
match.
Mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it was good.
3 falls. That's why they made it 2 out of 3 falls. You know, like you can see one fall, go take a piss, come back and see the third fall.
I believe that's the most piss we've ever had in one show.
Well, that's a lot of piss, but
yeah. But I also went and peed during that match. But it was I think I went during the first fall, and then Steve took the second.
I enjoyed every, like, there wasn't a single person that came out that I was like, oh man, like in the men's and the women's, I was like, Alexa Bliss came back, blew the roof off the joint. Joe Hendry blew the roof off the joint.
What a year for him for us to be in attendance for both of his moments. That was really special as well. Brock Lesnar eliminated the first 13 people that came out.
I knew it was something good. Like that.
Is that the record for most eliminations in one Rumble?
It's tied.
Is it?
Well, in a 30-man, yes. In the I think Braun Strowman had 13 in.
Well, they don't. I've looked at all the stats this week. The greatest Royal Rumble is on a different timeline than the rest of.
I know, but Michael Cole will reference, like most eliminations in a traditional Royal Rumble match, and then he'll say like, well, Braun Strowman had blah blah blah, but it wasn't. It was a 50-man field, yada yada. But yeah, I knew, and you got to think Keith Lee was one of them. Eric, Eric from the Wyatts was in there. Braun Strowman, MVP returned on that one. And I remember Keith Lee coming out and he got in there. Brock's hilarious, dude. When he wants to be, he's like, "Oh, big boy, look at him, big boy." You know,
he's like, who's this mother?
Yeah,
surprise.
So, no, that
even got the Shelton Benjamin Brock little thing. That was cool.
Well, nice even before he got in the ring, like Paul Heyman, I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad to see you. Blah, hugging him, loving on him, and then he gets in the ring, does that with Brock, and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna fight together," and then Brock said, no, we're not."
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, but I can watch that Rumble over and over and like not get tired of it.
I'm trying to sit here and think. Have we ever saw a returning legend at a Royal Rumble in person?
I feel like there might have been one in St. Louis because that one, and I might be wrong. No, actually there wasn't because there wasn't any surprises in that one really.
Shane McMahon and Brock. Brock had just lost.
Bad
Bunny was it. But Brock lost in the match, and then
that was one of those where it was like everybody knew Brock was winning that. Like it wasn't
as he lost, we knew.
Yeah,
like, in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Oh, in the 2010 one, it says Ted DiBiase came out, but it's got him as assigned to Raw and not as a legend. So I don't know if I don't remember him actively competing. I remember him in LA. Cameron Grimes had a deal, but I don't think that was in 2010. I think that was a lot later than.
Was it little? Was it
LA Knight?
It could have been Ted DiBiase Jr.
Yeah.
It was the three of them. Like LA Knight was feuding with Cameron Grimes over the $1 million title. But yeah, that was right before LA Knight got called up. That was right before LA Knight got called up. So that was 2021, 22.
Yeah.
And I can't count the women's because all the women's are returnees pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, 2022. Johnny Knoxville was a celebrity.
I mean, Trish Stratus wouldn't surprise me if Trish Stratus is in the Rumble.
That's right. Knoxville was at that one in St. Louis, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alongside of Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss.
Yeah.
Thank God I never had to see Riddle ever again. And Bad Bunny was the other celebrity.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon. So I don't think so. Unless there was a legend that returned last year that I can't remember.
That was the last time we saw Shane O'Mac. Like everybody backstage just like was pissed at him for booking himself into the match.
Mm-hmm. He like eliminated people too. It was like, what? Yeah, like, come on.
He wanted to eliminate Brock at first. They were gonna. I'm like, what? A
lot of rumor. Like I've seen the rumors sprouting up again last couple of days online about Shane McMahon's going to become AEW's first on-screen general manager.
Oh my God,
Shane McMahon.
Okay, so we've seen plenty of I Show Speed last year was in there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We've seen a couple of We've been there, I think, for every. Well, no, because Naomi, aka formerly known as Trinity, we were there for that one, but we were there for Mickie James.
Uh-huh.
We're there for Joe Hendry. Favorite eliminations. I'm going to go first on this one. Michael Cole and Karma. When Karma got in the ring and he pissed his pants, there's another piss, And then Bushwhacker. I don't remember which Bushwhacker it was, but he gets in the ring doing his gets climbed over the rope. As soon as he hits the ground, does this all the way to the back. And then the 1997 Royal Rumble, I have to say, is my absolute favorite. Jerry Lawler gets in, gets knocked out, and for the rest of the show says, "Man, I wish I could have been in the Rumble this year." Jerry Lawler's one of the best. Him and Bobby the Brain Heenan, some of the best.
They were
great ever. Steve?
I think mine is probably the end of, just because it was so, for me, just so iconic. As a kid, I was blown away. I was like, how does this happen? What are they going to do? But Luger and Brett going over at the same time, because man, like they really touched at the same time, and they kept. Only thing I do remember, it was so odd. Like Vince was on commentary and he kept saying, "Okay, this is gonna tell us who's going to WrestleMania? You know, and then it was like, and then they didn't, and then like they announced them both as winners, and like before it was going off the air, the last thing they said was Vince was like, "All right, one more. This one's gonna tell us." And I was like, "No, they've already said they both won." Yeah, no.
Jeremy was like, in this weird, like they just happened to have a camera right here along the turnbuckle, like to have a clear shot, and even then, like you said, both of them hit at the same time.
It was crazy how close it was.
I mean, that's just timing as well.
So the one when I said wasn't it crazy? It was the next year when Shawn got when that was Shawn and Bulldog.
The 1 foot. That's when the both feet must hit the floor.
Yes.
Came in
they just happened to have the camera. I said, well, I guess with the year before with them not having a camera angle straight on, and they did that on purpose, obviously. So, okay. So what, Shawn? You're up next.
I'm gonna go. It was tough. I was thinking the one last year actually with ISO Speed where he got thrown out.
That was pretty good.
And Otis catches him, just chucks him over
just tossed him like a salad.
Yeah, and then he gets up and he's got a chunk out of his leg bleeding. Oh yeah, that was
Joey.
Was a good one.
Comedy wise, so kind of going like with your Jerry Lawler thing when JBL was on commentary and he took his jacket off, he gets in, he gets thrown out, puts his jacket back on, and I think he starts doing sort of the same thing, you know, as far as like, yeah, you know, who's coming in next, or you know, blah. But just like for me, one of the most all-time iconic eliminations is Maven drop kicking Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like that could have really been a make or break moment. Well, what it ended up being, like nothing coming out of it. Like for Maven, that could have really made his career.
He ended up now he's doing a vlog from his apartment.
But obviously Beth Phoenix, you know, getting Khali out of the ring because Khali's the largest human ever in it. Drew with the Claymore on Brock is to me an iconic one. And even last year, I liked when Punk came over and eliminated Seth and Roman, and then you know he's reveling in his eliminations, and then out of nowhere, here comes Logan Paul and dumps CM Punk over.
And dumped him. Like CM Punk went straight to his butt.
Like, don't.
Oh my God. You can see him immediately reach back there. I was like, oh, that hurt, man.
That before you would know.
Well, and that started off the WrestleMania night one main event, you know, with those three guys out there.
So, which was so good. God, that was so good.
It was that. So we've talked a lot about the 2010 experience. Vegas. Well, this is something different. This is WrestleMania. That Vegas trip to WrestleMania was awesome too because we were there for several days and the anticipation built. We got to go to both nights of WrestleMania, and then we got at the last second got load seats for Raw, and we were there for all the great stuff that happened on Monday Night Raw.
We ordered those while Jeremy was sleeping on his card. He woke up from a nap and we're like, we bought low seats with your card.
What are you doing?
Like, dude, they were only like $600 a ticket.
I still remember our waitress. I forget her name, but she was beautiful.
Oh, so hot. Another, just because it hit me, and then we'll go home, as they say in the business. The year that I believe it was Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, and Booker T, all three were at the commentary table. Entered the Rumble. Almost all three were ejected immediately. That was pretty funny too. Shawn, who are you? Our last segment is going to revolve around if we were in the Royal Rumble, any era, any time, who would each of us be? Now, Shawn, I'm going to let you go first. I'm probably going to regret this, but who would Joey be if you could put him into the Royal Rumble? Who would be the perfect guy that you would match him up with to enter the Royal Rumble as?
Kane.
Kane? Okay.
Yeah.
What about Steve?
Steve Umaga.
Steve reminds you of Umaga? Okay. What about me?
Earthquake.
What about yourself, El Torito?
Santino Morella.
No,
Santino Marella.
Santino or Santina?
Not Santina. No.
Like,
all right, Joey.
Oh Jesus. Well, Shawn, I put down as Ellsworth.
Ellsworth. That's good.
Yeah. It was either Ellsworth or Gilbert. One of the two.
I know.
I got Steve as Logan Paul because he's so humble, you know.
I like that.
So
I like
humble.
that. I am humble.
And now this is so being a big man and being agile on his feet. Jeremy's got to be Bam Bam Bigelow.
All right,
it's a good one. I like Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam. No, he was a jackass to me when I was a kid.
He ran in a house and saved some people from dying in a burning house. He was a hero. Yeah.
Loser. All right, Steve.
And hold on.
Oh, wait a minute. My bad. I forgot you didn't do yourself yet.
I'm Brock Lesnar. I'm a beast. I'm gonna pick people up and throw them out with reckless abandon.
Love it.
So far, I have been Earthquake and Bam Bam Bigelow. This is not quite.
I was trying to say you were nimble, dude.
Just a fat bastard.
You were Rey Mysterio?
Oh gosh.
I had to pick a big guy.
Start with yourself, Steve, because we know how humble you are. You won't ever get to you if you don't do you first.
Yeah, I would probably, I don't know, me, I mean, just thinking physique, thinking that, probably Rick Rude.
Okay.
And then
exactly who I thought of.
Yeah, probably go with that.
Duke the Dumpster Drosy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably would do that. And then Shawn, when I look at Shawn, it's kind of in my mind what I see Cody Rhodes as. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. You know, Shawn actually took mine. I thought Kane was really good for Joey. So I was like, you know what, but let me I'll do Big Show for Joey because he is yeah. He's got that look. And then without question, the easiest one of them all is the King. King Mabel.
I'm not laughing. But I'm going to be honest with you. When he said King, that's not the King I thought he was going to go with.
So the great thing about being my show is I get to go last.
Hey, and if he'd have said the one I thought that started with King, I would have held him for you while you beat the piss out of him.
Which one? I'm listening.
Yeah, it's just keep going. Are you done? It's Jeremy's turn. No, I'm not going to say it.
No, you got to say it.
King Kong Bundy.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Bundy.
Because he's a foothold to you, so you know that's exactly where I thought he was going.
Yeah,
King.
Sure.
I thought he was going to say Jerry the King Lawler because like wit.
Yeah, right, witty.
I think I need new friends. Well, for Joey, I went with Razor Ramon. I feel like he's got the machismo of Razor Ramon.
I like it.
For Steve, I had Adrian Adonis. No, I'm just kidding. For Steve, I had Batista. I try.
He's an animal.
More like Batista there, but Batista. For myself, I guess I might as well just. I had somebody different, but I'll just call myself Yokozuna. Apparently. And then for Shawn, physically, he's Gilbert.
Yeah.
Anatomically, he's Molly Holly.
Yes.
I'm saying you're smooth down there, Shawn.
Oh,
God. Ivory from the right to censor.
I have a right to censor all y'all going forward.
I should have been the Godfather. That's who I should have said myself.
You should have.
Yeah, same.
You missed the boat. Yeah. Whole time. Shout out to our fine sponsors over there at CapGo Championship Belts. As always, mention that you heard about them from us, and you will get a 20% discount on your order. They do create the finest of current replicas, past replicas. And if you just want to create one yourself, you draw it out. They make it. It's the best. It's gorgeous. It's worth every penny. I've not paid a whole bunch. I paid more for my official WWE replica belts than I have for any of the CapGo belts. Look for them on Facebook. 3 words, bunch of letters, 3 words. CapGo Championship belts. Final bell, closing thoughts. Shout out to our guys at the Pro Wrestling Nation, Dave LaGreca, Bully Ray, Mark Henry, Tommy Dreamer, all the rest of just doing great work on that Sirius XM channel. For those of y'all that do have Sirius XM, it's Pro Wrestling Nation is the channel. They have wrestling programming from, I believe it's 9 o'clock all the way till they'll have a Dynamite show tonight after Dynamite. They do it all day long, and they do it really, really well. Shout out to our guy Daniel Spencer, head referee at TNA. He's going through some very, as much as we hate him, legit, that's shoot, we hate him. He's getting to do a lot of cool things with TNA during this time when they're.
He was Shawn's brother-in-law. I hate him, right?
That's been over for like 6 months. That's been over for
so he's not your brother-in-law. Okay. Well, you can edit this out then.
We edited it out. He'll edit the whole show off.
Yeah, edit that
Nikki,
out.
Edit that in post. Nikki, edit that in post.
Yeah.
This is live, pal.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't keep up with everybody.
You think I am. And I don't have half the brain as you
I've
think
got half the brain you do.
I'm just excited for the Rumble. Obviously, everybody that I know personally is invited to come over and watch it with us. We'll be doing our cool game day stuff with the Royal Rumble like we normally do. And that's one of the great things the only great thing about it being overseas is that it's at 2:00 in the afternoon. We can eat, drink, be merry.
Perfect.
Do
right in the middle of the Louisville game. Well,
if you've got multiple TVs,
said it better.
Then that's not going to be a problem. If you're
no spoilers.
Hey, shame on Louisville for scheduling the game during the Royal Rumble.
Well, all I'm saying is I don't want it. Nobody text me at all because I'm going to watch it live later, not live. So don't do me the way I did Jeremy.
Yeah, Steve's a whore when it comes to that type of stuff. Just legit. Shawn, your final thought? No, you know what? We'll save yours for last because they're always different. Joey?
It's Royal Rumble. Road to WrestleMania season starts Saturday. It's the 2 best nights in wrestling for me is the Royal Rumble and the Raw after Mania, because that's when you usually get some of your better surprises. So looking forward to the first part of that. I mean, hopefully seeing some people return and some good action, man.
I think this is the smallest you've ever looked on camera.
It's like a little.
He looks like El Torito on the screen now.
Little tiny head.
There you. Oh, wait a minute. He hulked up on us.
I mean, now you can't see Wednesday night recap. That's why I'm trying to make it to where you can see
He Steve's pinned us
for the brand.
Yeah. Steve, what about you? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's probably my favorite pay-per-view to watch. So looking forward to that. Like you said, it's Mania season. The hottest take I have, I'll just end with this. That Saudi Arabia dude is going to be in the Final Four.
I thought he signed with AEW. Mansoor?
No. They announced today, WWE, that they signed a new Saudi guy, and he's apparently a big thing. I think he's going to last to the Final Four. I bet they keep him in there, and that'd be a thing. So,
God.
But hey, it's exciting. I'm pumped. I can't wait.
Make sure you all stay subscribed to our notifications. You never know when we get the itch and want to go live. For myself, for Joey, for Steve and Shawn. Wait a minute. 3, 2. What did I skip somebody again?
Shawn.
Yeah, I don't care about Shawn.
I still haven't got to tell people what my favorite Royal Rumble was, but it's stupid. Nobody cares.
What was your favorite Royal Rumble?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, that's up to you all to be like, hey, it's my turn.
I'm just
direct and all that. No, I will not accept that slander.
I just figured it was stupid.
This also is the record for most curse words said in a single podcast on this network. So, what's your favorite Rumble, Steve?
I don't know.
Dick.
92. 92 was the best one. It was to me that was elite. It was for the title. It was different level. Yeah, it was awesome. That was the best one. And then if you'll allow me to answer the second part of the question.
Sure.
I'm with Joey. He kind of took my answer because last year just felt so much bigger. I mean, just in Lucas Oil, it was awesome being in there. Like I just was like, okay, this is mega big. So,
all right, Shawn. I was
appreciate it. You can clip that to where it's supposed to be if you want.
No, I won't. Not gonna do it.
Stupid.
Shawn, your final thoughts. It was in my shot sheet to cut you out and put you back in, but
it's like
of
Christmas.
course they ruined it for. Or Steve, I'm calling Steve. His pronouns are they.
Ruined it, damn it.
These pronouns are they, kitty cat, and meow.
Furry.
Most likely person of the podcast to be a furry is Shawn. Sorry. Go ahead, Shawn.
It's Christmas time. I'm ready to see.
No, it's not. It's January. It's January. Jesus.
What did he say?
You said it's Christmas time
for wrestling fans.
But you didn't say for wrestling fans.
No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't.
He's like,
but
Steve,
like,
did you hear
no.
him a couple of weeks ago when his Christmas pickup line? He's like, "Hey, girl, you can call me Santa, and I'll come down your chimney."
Yeah, I did. I was like, wow. I had my kid watching that. I was like, geez, Shawn.
What did he say?
I know.
The worst part is that he didn't even equate. He had no idea what that meant.
No, he had no clue. He's like, yeah. He's like, I think Christmas should be December 15th. What? Hell, what?
Chris Jericho should be Santa.
Yeah.
I'll let Jericho be your Santa, and I'll break down your walls, girl.
Yeah.
There you go.
Are you done,
like,
John?
What's your thoughts on penetration? Like, what are you talking about?
You're lying.
This is a great time as always. For myself, Joey, Steve, and Shawn. Wait a minute. 3, 2, 1. No, it's not Ricky Chevy. But it'll never be Ricky Chevy. But this has been the Ringside Podcast and Cardinal Sports Zone podcast production of the Wednesday Night Wrestling Report. Until next time, you can catch us ringside. Nikki hit. Oh, wait a minute. It's not Nikki. Shawn, hit the button.